this breaking update. A former Cornelius police officer is behind bars, accused of sex crimes with minors in a church youth group that he was supervising. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Molly Grantham.
And I'm Jamie Bull. This story has developed a lot over the past 48 hours. First told you about the arrest last Friday. On Monday, 25-year-old Erickson Lee was in court for the first time. He has since been charged by detectives with the York County Sheriff's Office after a weeks-long investigation.
WBTV's David Wisnett is digging into that report and has details tonight from investigators. David is live in Fort Mill, where the church is located. David, was he working at the church?
Well, sort of, Molly. According to Morning Star Ministries, he was a volunteer at the church and actually formed a youth group that was considered to be a Christian youth ministry. Investigators say, though, he sexually abused several members of that youth group. Erickson Douglas Lee resigned from the Cornelius Police Department on Friday after the investigation by York County detectives came to light. It began last Wednesday when the safety coordinator at Morning Star Fellowship Church contacted deputies after getting complaints from parents of members of Lee's church youth group known as Young Special Forces. The church said it was a Christian youth ministry that, quote, helps you level up in challenges that push you past what you thought possible. On the police report, it was described as a leadership school for young men to learn skills and develop team-building habits. Investigators say the group was dissolved in January. Pages for the group no longer exist on the church website or Facebook. Investigators say once the group was dissolved, several young men have come forward alleging inappropriate behavior by Lee. The allegations are that Lee provided alcohol to minors, performed sexual acts on minors, and held nude drinking parties for minors. Lee's home, campsites, and Myrtle Beach were all mentioned as locations for the alleged sexual activity. Lee was charged with third-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor, second-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor 11 to 14 years of age. And investigators do say that more charges are possible. Now, we received a statement from Morning Star Ministries within the last hour. I want to hit some of the highlights for you because it says Lee was not a currently attending member of the church and that none of the accusations or violations took place at church property. They said they had no suspicion about Lee because he had a military background and a law enforcement career. The church is cooperating with investigators. I posted that full statement from the church when you find this story on our webpage. Reporting live in Fort Mill, David Wisnett, WBTV, on your side.
Very disturbing, all of those facts, David. Thank you.